Going on, everybody? This is Big Russ, and I'm doing something that I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do, and I'm not copying them per se, but it's kind of a common thing, especially among like the automotive YouTubers. And it's the 5 things I hate about my car. But I'm also like at the end of the 5 things I hate, I'm gonna go over a few things that I love about this car. So with that being said, number 5, which since I'm already here, I might as well put it out there. It's the interior quality. The materials they used are absolutely garbage. Um, the uh, the door panels, the armrests, like various bits and pieces throughout the interior. There's no consistency, and it sucks unless you go up to say one of the leather equipped models. Now, you might be saying, well, why bitch about it if you didn't get the leather? Well, it was hard enough getting the color I wanted, let alone trying to find the color I wanted with leather. So, beggars can't be choosers. So, I got the color. I lost out on the interior option I really wanted. But it's like these door panels right here. Like, if you can see, like, you see how it's kind of whitish? That's because of the material. It's like damn near burlap, and it's not soft. It's I mean, it kind of is rough. There, you can see it better now. You see how it's like white, like right here from like where my arm sits when I'm cruising, and then like right here this plastic, and like you can see that is stains from like water or the windshield washer dripping into the interior, and it sucks. But as you can see, like the steering wheel is leather wrapped and it's nice. The shift boot is leather esque. The shift knob is leather esque and nice. Same with the e-brake. And then we come to the seats and they're this nice cloth. And then the back seat matches, unless you get the red leather, which then you get a black leather back seat and a red leather front seat. And the only part that's red on it is right here where it's got the red stitching and the red stripe. And the armrest. You see this? This is smooth. Well, this is soft textured. I've put 21,000 miles on my car in the last year. If you can see that, if it will. There we go. I've put 21,000 miles on my car in the last year, and like that's worn out. It shouldn't be worn out like that. So like the interior material quality is just garbage. The second thing, or the fourth thing, is the aftermarket support for this car. The European models, they've been out since like 2007, and there's like 6 different levels for this car, much like other performance oriented cars over there, where you have like the entry level with like the least amount of power, then you've got the highest one with like well over 200 horsepower. The American one has been out since 2012, and the aftermarket for the 12 to 14 is fairly decent. But if you have a 15 like I do, or a 16 like I do, or a 15 or 16, there's really nothing. There's certain pieces that do cross over, but like air intakes, no, they don't cross over because of Fiat's, well, FCA, and redoing certain things under the hood. Third thing, the lug pattern. It's a 4x98. Most of your 4-lug vehicles now are going to be 4x100, which is kind of the standard. But this is kind of an ode back to when the 500 first came out in like the 40s, and they were a 4x98 lug pattern. So I kind of get that. but it makes wheel choices very hard. And when you do find wheels that you do like, they tend to be very expensive. We're talking like $2,500 for a set of 17s on the low end. Um, yeah, that kind of shitty. Going on to number two. Now that we're going back on the inside, it's the Bluetooth and entertainment system in here. This car is equipped with Blue and Me, which 15 was the last year for that, and it's the most horrid Bluetooth system I've ever used. My 2008 SRT4 had Uconnect, which is what the 2016s have, and that system was flawed, but compared to Blue and Me, it was great. And then the radio. I mean, look at that. It's just it's just that. It's not even like fancy or anything. And I get it. It's an entry level car. It's a sporty car. You're really not interested in the radio. But when it's your daily driver, you kind of want a decent radio, for like to listen to, like in the mornings. I listen to a talk radio station out here, and just because it's funny. They play games, they tell jokes and stories and whatnot, and you know this car, it does okay for that. You can see I've got a speaker or a tweeter there. There's a speaker in the door, and then there's two in the back seat. So yeah, the speaker placement is good. And one cool thing is, if you notice on the steering wheel, I've got the Bluetooth controls right here and my cruise control right here. All my radio controls are on the back of the radio or on the back of the steering wheel. And it's pretty cool. This side is volume and media. This side is like, say you've got it on the radio, which you click the center little button and it, goes through your presets. And if you click up or down, it like scrolls to find the radio station, which that's kind of neat. And that's one thing I do like about Chrysler products is the way they've done this, because when you drive, you're kind of like this. If you're like most people, you've got, 9 and 3 and everything is right there at your fingertips. You don't have like this gigantor panel here with 100,000 buttons. It's just really elegant and simple. And the last thing I hate about this car is the stigma that comes with the car. Oh, it's a girl's car. It's a chick car. Guess what? So is the Miata. And guess what? They fucking race them. That's, it's a lightweight sports car. This is similar to the Miata. It is a lightweight sports car. And it's just a lot of fun to drive. Now, I'll open my door, and you can hear one of the reasons I love this car. It has a factory straight piped exhaust. Only emissions equipment on the vehicle is a catalytic converter. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to drive. One of my kind of things I like is the placement of the window switches, because they use the same door panels in this and the base model and the ones overseas. The only difference is the window or the mirror controls, where on mine it's right there. But if you notice, that door pocket is elongated because the Europeans sit on that side to drive. and this is the passenger side. So that's like the big difference. So instead of having to change up all the wiring in the doors, they've only got one thing wired in the door, aside from the speaker, and it makes it easy to use the same panels in multiple markets. Yeah, that's what I love about my Abarth 500, and what I hate about it. And what I hate about it is like nitpicky stuff. Everything else I love about it. I've got the black trim lights, which everybody wants. I've got 160 horsepower. I've got no muffler. Like that stuff that, yeah, 160 horsepower don't sound like much, but car weighs 2,500 pounds, so it works. So I know this is a long video. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a one take, cut and done type of deal. And I want to apologize for not having any videos out recently. Been sick. No videos done because I was sick. So you guys have a great day.